Hello and welcome to everyone for the 8th round of GT3 Series Season 4 of Racing League. We are ready for another round, amazing round of this series here at Zandvoort. The 8th round of the championship of 12th round here. As always, I'm here as Thomas Maffei, and we are ready for another incredible round of this championship. As we see, the circuit is very difficult because it's raining and a lot. So it will be very difficult to qualifying, and also I think there will be the same situation in the race. As we see Lucas Mathiesen going around the Zandvoort circuit, and he slide a lot and oversteering a lot. So it will be very difficult for everyone. We will see who can win and overpass and pass this situation, this difficulty here with the wet condition. But as always, we are gonna see the situation in the standings. Okay, we're going right now to see the standing situation. One moment, and go. Here we are. Here we are with the situation with the class, with the standings, with Lucas Mathiesen in first place, followed by Richard Japp. Today versus Richard Japp. So we are ready to see an incredible battle between Lucas and Richard. Fulvio Di Polito is absent, so we will not have him today. And Patrick van der Linden behind them with Mark Ruben with 2 points behind. So the top 5 is very interesting, but also Manuel Damantini is there. And today Manuel Damantini is absent, so it's his first absent here. So can happen, and we will see where it will close. Remember that 4 of the 12th round were not counted in at the end of the championship. So we are here with Lucas Mathiesen going inside the car to see the condition. Is very difficult for the drivers today. The situation and the weather is not very easy to understand. The circuit is always developing, as we see. In 10 minutes the rain diminish a little bit, but in 30 minutes it will be increased. So it's not very easy to understand how much you can push at the end of the race. One moment. I think we have a little bit of problem with the streaming, and we're gonna see everything. Everything is fine. With Lucas Mathiesen 1:52.577 and Richard Japp on also an incredible time. Richard Japp with the pole position of 1:57.95. So incredible time for Richard Japp. Now we go to Pelle Overbicki, but we return in a moment with the commentary. One moment to solve every problem of live streaming. Here we are, we return, everything seems fine at the moment, and hopefully we'll not have a lot of problem around this incredible streaming, and as we see, there's another, I think he's a rookie. I want to see if he's a rookie. We're going to see the drivers of the championship. Ordelman, Roald Ordelman from... I didn't see the flag, so but also a great time again by Santiago Peña. Oh, 1:49.822 by Richard Jebb, 1 second faster than other drivers. What a time. Ordelman from Netherlands also. RacingLeague is a community mainly with Netherlands driver, with Dutch drivers. So it's very, very easy to find a Dutch driver here. But Richard Jebb, the British driver, now is doing some lesson of wet driving here at Zandvoort with his Aston Martin. What a legend. What a legend. Okay, okay. I think it's new. Roald Orderman. Yeah. I think it's one of the newest driver here for the championship. And welcome to Roald for and thanks to join this amazing championship with the GT3. Also remember, if you want, there's another championship, a Porsche 992 championship, Porsche Cup championship that is incredible, and I also participate there because it's a pretty fun car. It's very difficult to drive, but it's pretty fun with Santiago Peña taking second place with a time of 1:53.67. Good time, but the fastest time now is by Richard Jebb that is improved a little bit. No, he's not improved. But the most important thing for me is Michael Utman with a third sector faster than everybody, also than Richard Jebb, and now he's improving by 1 second, so it's a pretty good time. Last corner for Michael Utman. Maybe he can take the second place, not the pole, depends in this last corner. Yes, he's second place for Michael Utman with 1:49.997. What a time, but Porsche driver. Also Jasper Holt close with a time of 1:51.430. The only Lamborghini driver today. My favorite car of GT3. And it's very unlucky to see only Jasper with the Lamborghini, but we're going to see also the time of Richard Jebb, because he's improving by a lot. He's improving by a lot in this qualifying. Good curve here. He's improving by 1 second faster than his time. He's doing an incredible job with his Aston Martin. Lucas only 4th right now. And he has a problem with the improvement. And 1:48.440 by Richard Jebb. What an incredible time again. Richard Jebb, king of the wet condition. Michael Utman also is improving, and also Santiago Peña. Great battle between those two. Go to see first Michael Utman, and after we're going to see Santiago Peña. Ooh, Santiago Peña. And an error also. Michael Utman, a little bit of problem at the exit of the penultimate curve. But he will improve by a minimum. 1:49.755 is improved a little bit, but all improvement are good with Harald Haag, the Austrian driver, with a time of 1:49.837 with his McLaren. Good time for Austrian driver. Also there's Mark Dieters. one of the founders of Racing League. I think this is the first appearance here with the GT3 season 4 with the new Audi, with the livery of Valentino Rossi. So interesting choice by Mark Dealers. New Audi is pretty fun to drive, but not the fastest car for the time. So it's an interesting choice. But we will see how much can improve for the qualifying. Also, I think last Western is the first race for him also in Racing League. I'm not sure, but I think I never see Class Western. Class Western with the sixth time now in the standing, but he's improving, and he had the first sector, first fastest sector, the only one under 44, and what a time! 1:49.650. Taking the second place ahead of Utman, but Utman is improving again, and he's improving a lot. He will take the second place again with 1:39.215. What a qualifying session here by Michael Hutman and the other drivers. So we have a lot of improvement also here. Attention to Ulster and Patrick Van der Len. We go first to Jasper Ulster because he's ahead of Patrick. He's on the third sector right now, on the last curve. Got the penultimate curve here by Jasper. Last year with his yellow and blue Lamborghini. He lost a little bit, but it's an incredible improvement. With a time of 1:53.37, 7th place. With Patrick Van der Len immediately behind him, and he's improving by 2 seconds, nearly. What's the time? 1:48.882, second place for Patrick Van der Len with Aston Martin. Whoa, what a time! What a time! Also, Elkloven Husen is improving, but he's at the start of the lap, so we go to Michael Hutman. And maybe he can take the pole position. At least provisionally. And he's provisional pole position, 1:38.330. But Jep is improving again. He's improving a lot again. So we will see where Richard Jep can close the time. He can with a 1:37. Yes, 1:37.380. 1 second ahead again to the other drivers. The only driver under 1 second gap is Utman. What a time, what a qualifying session. What an interesting qualifying session. What we see right now with Elkloven Husen is improving, but 1.7 seconds. When only 5 minutes remaining into the qualifying session. Last curve, ooh, little bit of loss of the rear, but he will close with an incredible improvement. 1:50.002. So it's top 10 right now for Elkloven Husen. But this qualifying session is pretty interesting. Also, Lawrence van der Water enter the server, and David Tuta, as always, never do a lap of qualifying. Harald Age, it is improving. Last 2 curve for Harald. Great exit here. But he lost a little bit into the entry and he will not improve. He will not improve right now. With Romao, the Portuguese driver, but is improving by a lot. With his Portuguese livery also. A good livery for the new. I think it's not the new Audi. I think this is the old one. But they're pretty similar. I need to see the one by Mark Dealers. So now we'll close the qualifying lap with a time of 1:51.487, 16 time. I need to see. Yeah, it's a little different. He's a little different. Romao had the first Audi car, not the new one, the oldest one. So attention to Patrick Van der Laan. He's closing time. He will remain third. Yes, with 1:38.397. Great time. An incredible great time by Patrick Van der Laan. Also Utman is doing a pretty good job. Now here at Zandvoort we have a lot of drivers that they are in their home race, but in this moment the driver that's dominating this session is an English one. It's Richard Jepp with an English car with Aston Martin. He's doing a pretty good job. Lucas Mathiesen only in 13th place, so a pretty difficult situation for the leader of the championship. It's not very easy for him today. Maybe that's the condition, maybe it's the car that not adapt here at Zandvoort, but the situation is pretty difficult for him. And also for Mark Ruben, his teammate. So it's not very easy for the Bentley driver today. Going inside of the Bentley to see a little bit of the lap. Okay, he cancelled the lap. He will retry. So we go to Petrovic. It is going to close the lap. 1 second faster. He will take the 13th place. Good time by Petrovic. Okay, sorry. I don't want to press ask, but I want to press another button. We are here with Ruel Orderman that is improved. It is improving by 1.7 seconds. With that improvement, he can go into the top 5 at least. Only 30 seconds remain. And last corner for Olderman, a little bit wide there. He braked too late, but he didn't lose too much. Penultimate curve, good control there. Last and final curve of the track. It's a good time, it's a good time. With the third time, what a time by Orderman with 1:38.122. Amazing with Lords of Water that is improving, but going to see Mathiesen that is improving a lot right now. He needs this improvement for his qualifying session. And for start a little bit ahead because Jap is too fast right now. We see he's struggling a lot today. Wow, wow, wow. An amount of correction of the car. It is amazing. Fifth place! Fifth place by Lucas! What a time! What an incredible qualifying for him at the last moment. But I think Lawrence van der Water can pass him. We will see. But he's doing a pretty good job right now. Also attention to Jasper also, that is improving. Jasper, 8th place, 149, 112 now with Lawrence van der Water. With a time of 149.025 ahead of Jasper at the end. And also attention to Mark Ruben with a time of 150.987. So this is the standings for today's race. After the qualifying session, Richard Japper will take the pole position with Houtman behind, Ordelman third, 4th Parliamenderland, Matischen 5th, 6th Wester, 7th Ag, 8th Vanderwater, 9th Ulster, 10th Peña. Behind them, Russo, Overbecky, Klein, Valhuisen, Romao, Petrovic, Strauss, Ruben, Dudok, Kapovic. Leaders, Robertsini, Van der Wacht and Tuta closing the qualifying session and the standings for today race. So a little bit of pause here before the race, and we will continue the broadcasting and the commentary after a moment. Here we are, return for the start of the race. Now there's the formation lap, and after we will have 60 minutes of fire, 60 minutes on amazing race here in Zandvoort. And as we see, between on the 30 minutes of the race, we will have a great storm here at Zandvoort. It will be pretty difficult for all of the driver. As we see, there's also the time penalty for the drivers. Richard Jepp 50 seconds, Lucas Mathiesen 25 seconds, Santiago Peña 5 seconds, and Jordan Rose 5 seconds. So we will see where this time penalty will take the drivers, but we are ready for an incredible and fantastic show here around the Dutch soil of Zandvoort. We're ready. Remember that visit Zandvoort before the modification for the Formula 1, so we will not have the great last curve, and also the curve, one of the first curve with the banking. Now we're going into double file, double line, ready for the start of the race with Richard Jepp in pole position, Michael Uthman in second place. Ready for an incredible and fantastic show. 18 degrees of temperature with 22 on the track. But the conditions are pretty difficult to understand. And we are ready for an incredible job, and we are go! Green, ready to go! And Michael Uthman, what a great start! He will try by the side, and what a crash! Olderman and Paddy van der Laan going outside of the track. What an incredible crash there by Olderman. As we see, Olderman and Paddy van der Laan go too wide with Olderman, but there's many problems when Paddy van der Laan. What a mess of a start for these two drivers with Paddy van der Laan that start fourth, and now he's in I don't know what position it is, because the situation is pretty messy right now. He's in 16th place. But also attention to Lucas Mathiesen that is behind Michael Uthman, and he won't ready to attack him. And also an incredible start by Arahag, 4th place for him. Great start by a lot of driver. And a crash! Paddy van der Laan, what happened? What happened to him? Ooh! I think he's Roel or Dudok. Yeah, it's Dudok, because I don't see Roel. So it's Dudok fault right there with Santiago Peña side by side with Jasper Olser with an incredible pass by Jasper. Great start. Good job, Jasper, but goes a little bit wide there, and Santiago immediately take the position with a good overtake. And now attention, because also Lawrence van der Water with an incredible exit there can attack Jasper Olster with his Lamborghini. Good braking by Lawrence van der Water. And stay side Jasper for a moment, but they're side by side with Lawrence. Jasper with a great defense, stay sad. Good move there by Jasper. And stay sad, but Lawrence van der Water is there. Try to take every piece of the track to gain traction faster and more quickly than Jasper. And had a great exit than Jasper also. With Paddy van der Laan that probably will have the different strategy. Yes, he got to the pit and already did the pit stop. And I think that's the best push that he can make with Overbeek. Try to overtake there. Lars van der Water. But he can't. Also Jasper Oster is there to try to pass him. Also Pelle with the older Audi LMS GT3. Because the older one is faster than the faster one. Pelle Overbeek lost the rear of the car. It's faster, but it's also very difficult to control. And also Romao. No, okay, Romao is okay. Romao is okay. I see a yellow flag from Romao, but he's okay. But there's Dudok and Robertsini side by side. Mercedes inside of the Porsche. Great overtake by Benito Robertsini, the other British driver. What a pass. Ooh, what happened? What happened to Lawrence van der Water? He goes into the pit, but lost the control. Lost the control. And Lawrence van der Water is DNF. DNF by Lawrence van der Water. With Robertsini now behind Petrovic, the other Mercedes driver. One of the other Mercedes drivers, because they're also Davide Russo with Mercedes. And we see that they're very, very near each other. What a very bad situation for Lawrence van der Water. Immediately the DNF. Very, very unlucky there. Very, very unlucky. With Robertsini try to overtake here Petrovic, the Latvian driver, and going outside of a track. And so Robertsini pass, but attention to Mark Ruben with a great break and pass with a contact. But this type of contact is good because it's GT3. Oh, Petrovic with O, I think. Or Olderman or Tuta, I don't know. I think it's Tuta. Want to see what happened there. Ooh, Petrovic lost the control. Yeah. Tuta can't do that match there, I think. Ooh, also a great crash with Cohen van der Beek. That has damage! And Pelle Overbeek crash with him. Great crash between Pelle and Cohen van der Beek. Everything is happening right now with Cohen van der Beek, that I think he will retire the car. Also Mark Dieters is retire the car. What a very lucky situation there for Cohen van der Beek. At first take Pelle Overbeek. It's not Pelle Overbeek, but Petrovic into the car, and after that he take this crash with Pelle Overbeek. Van der Beek is online, but Dieters is DNF, officially DNF right now. With Santiago Peña behind Russo and Wester behind Ag. It's pretty good to see a Ferrari out there. With Mark Ruben that passes Kapovic with his new brand Lexus. But we return to Klaus Wester with his incredible Ferrari. With the AF Corse livery. You see the situation is pretty amazing right now. With Jap that already had a gap, of 5 seconds between him and Uthman, but Matthiesen is behind Uthman, and also Wester behind Ag, and Peña behind Russo, because we have 2.5 seconds to Lucas Matician by Ag, and 4 seconds from Wester to Russo. So it's a pretty good situation. We have different group, different battle, but the situation is clear with Jep! Jep a crash! Jep is crashed! Here he start again, but ooh, he lost a little bit. No, he's good. Ooh, he lost there. He lost the control of the car there. Into the curb. Into the slippery curb and lost the control, but what a save there. Also Dudok. What happened to Dudok? Ooh, he touched the curb there, also Dudok, and lost the control of the car. This race will be interesting for all the hour. The weather also increase the difficulty for the drivers. It's not simple. It's not simple to drive around this condition. But remember also to subscribe to Racing League channel and also control all the championship of the Racing League onto the Racing League website or on Scene Grid. We start a Porsche Cup Championship and also versus the last races of the GT3 season 4 series. And there will be an incredible 4 races at the end of the championship with incredible round like Brands Hatch, Silverstone, Donington Park and Mount Panorama. So 3 English tracks and 1 Australian track at the end of the season. It will be pretty interesting. With Peña that pass Davide Russo, want to see what happened. At the overtake we will see, want to see. We're with Santiago Peña. Russo going a little bit wide there, and Peña with elegance pass against Davide Russo. I think it's Davide. Sorry if you're not Davide. I need to see the name, but there also Mark Ruben. But that a little bit of crash there, and want to see. Yes, it's Davide. Okay, perfect. Ordelman that lost the place against Tuta, and Kapovic against Ruben. And so there's a battle between the Croatian driver and the Dutch driver. With the Lexus one against the Bentley. I prefer the Lexus between the 2 cars. Bentley, I don't like the Bentley aesthetically. When the direct stays at the pit, maybe to see the race. Also, Patrick Van der Rijn right now is doing a pretty good job to recover after the crash. With Klaus Wester and Arl Agaves they are doing a great job into this battle. With Klaus trying here at the side of Harald. Maybe we'll try to do a switch out with Pella Verbicki that lost the control of the car, as we see. But Klaus stays behind, waiting for the exact moment to attack against Harold. What a great battle that we see right now. But stays behind after another lap. Also, Lucas Matician is He lost a little bit of time. And now Harald maybe he will take an advantage. But Harald need to stay on alert because there also Class Wester behind him. With Chuk O from Taiwan, I think. I don't know, Chuk. I need to see the flag. No, it's not from Taiwan. Maybe it's Hong Kong. Yes. Chuk O from Hong Kong. Oh, welcome to Chuk O from Hong Kong. He's doing a pretty good job passing Robertsini. Also, Ordelman being passed by David Tuta, the Colombian driver, with an incredible... ooh, what a loss of control there. What a power slide. But he controlled the car in Class Wester pass. Here we are, the overtake. Ag outside, Class Wester inside, and the Class at the end pass. And take the 4th place. Great job by Class. But we're going to see a lap inside the incredible Aston Martin of Richard Japp. And we're gonna see a lap around Zandvoort. So this is an incredible lap around the Zandvoort track inside the car of Richard Japp. And now we see Marco Klein, sorry, that is behind Jasper Olser. Try to press him. He's 0.8 second behind. It's pretty near, but going into the grass for a moment to stay on alert, also because Rose is behind him. And he's doing a pretty good race right now. Also Chuk O is behind Romao for the 12th place. And I think Chuk O can pass him into the next lap, but we will see. We will see. With Chuk O with a different line against Romao. Trying to understand where he can push. He's doing a pretty good job to press him. But also Tuta against Robertsini. But Kapovic lost the control of the car. What happened to Kapovic? What happened to him? I want to see what happened. Ooh, loss of a rear on the wall, and it was impossible to save a car there. Romao had, I think there's something that happened also to the classification, to the standings. There's not Michael Hutman. Michael Hutman is not here. What happened to Michael? What happened to him? Maybe on the Discord. No, I don't see any announcement on the Discord, but there's Tuta that is pressing Robertsini. Hutman, I think he crashed because it was pretty unusual to see a driver into second place to exit the server, at least voluntarily. But that's the situation that happened with Gapovic, that lost a little bit also. Elko Velduisen entered the pit with his BMW. A lot of damage for him with Tuta side by side. Ordelman and pass. What a great move by Tuta. And what a great move there with Petrovic. Lost the control. Want to see what happened. He is a little damage there. Ooh, goes a little bit outside. What a save by Petrovic. Okay, he lost the control, but he doesn't touch a wall. So no damage, no ulteriori. That in Italian is ulteriori, but I don't have a word in English. Other damage. Because he doesn't crash into the wall and he saved the car. So he lost a little bit of time, but there's no other damage of the car on the car. So it's a great maneuver there with Ordelman against Romao. Chuko that pass. Romao a little bit before with Ordelman tried to do an incredible maneuver there with a great break, with a late braking, but goes outside, and Romao pass him and stays ahead into 11th place with Jordan Rose behind Marco Klein. With a great battle, the BMW against the McLaren. They're doing a pretty good job. And they're improving. Ooh, Jordan also lost a little bit there. But we return to Ordelman, that is faster than Romao, because now he's again behind him. And he's passing him because Romao had an error. He did an error, and so Ordelman passed with Tuta now behind him. We'll see if the Colombian driver can pass the Portuguese driver, but Ordelman passed him around this home track. The home track of Zandvoort in Netherlands. Now David Suda stays behind him, ready to attack Romao. Maybe on the inside of this curve. But Romao defends like a lion. He doesn't want to stay behind Tuta, and so a great defend move by him. And we stays here because of the only battle right now. And they're doing a pretty good job. Maybe inside the car of David Tuta. It's not very clear for the rain, but we see a little bit of situation that our drivers see. And it's pretty damn good to see how much they have difficulties here to control the car, to understand the situation. It's pretty good! Go Tuta. A little bit of late braking there. Whoa, 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 what a risk by David Tuta. But Tuta at the end with an incredible move. With also Romao going a little bit wider, but he pass. Good job by David. But Romao. Great bake there, but Tuta. Great defense again. And what a job. And we return to Jordan Rose against Marco Klein. Because they very, very near seeing each other. They study also each other. We will see if they can pass each other also. Jordan Rose stays also there. 35 minutes, and as we see, around 10. No, it's not around 10 minutes. It's now. The track will be flooded in moments right now because the situation will be more and more difficult because there's a storm of rain coming to Zandvoort right now. And the situation is difficult as hell for the drivers right now. It's not easy. As we see, there's a lot of drivers that already did the pit stop with Mark Ruben that I think he will retire because it was a yellow flag. But he returned to the pit manually. And as we see, there's Kapovic, Overbeek, Velhuisen, and Van der Laan that already did the pit stop. With the driver ahead of Van der Laan and behind him Petrovic and Dudok that didn't. Already did the pit stop. It will be pretty interesting right now. Jordan Ross is behind Marco Klein, but Marco recovered a lot to Jasper Oster. Now maybe it will be an interesting freeway battle into this very, very difficult situation, into this incredible, also difficult track. It's normally difficult this track because also in dry condition is not very easy to understand all the line, but into wet condition is pretty difficult. Pretty damn good to drive if you can drive in a good way, but is very, very difficult for drivers and for all. Also for all the, not the staff, but also for also all the drivers. It's not very easy to understand the situation and the condition. It's always on update. Marco Klein with a good line, but Jasper with the Lamborghini engine has it very, very fast. Lamborghini engine, one of the fastest on Assetto Corsa competizione. Also against McLaren that is fast. Lamborghini had a lot on the speed with Peña, that is behind Aral Ag. Maybe he can pass him. We will see, we will see. He's behind right now, Santiago Peña. But he's starting him. They're both with a McLaren. But they're doing a pretty good job there. What a nice race. Right now. With Peña behind again. Arhag. Ooh, Klein, what happened to Klein? Klein had a crash, and Rose Pass. Want to see what happened to him. Because this is a key point of a race, at least for Marco. He lost the control there. Ooh, he cut too much there. But luckily for him, doesn't go into the wall. So it's not the best situation, but it's not that bad, at least for Marco. So it was very, very lucky there. Very, very lucky. And Marco decided to go into the pit. Great choice, I think. If it's a great choice there. And now Peña is behind Aral, studying him. And this is a great battle between these two drivers. We're studying each other. But I think we go inside Lucas Matisian for a lap. Inside his Bentley to see what he can do at his home track here in Netherlands at Zandvoort. So we return for this incredible race with Lucas Matisse with an incredible lap. But as we see, Jordan Rosen took had a 30-second stop and go penalty because I think they go way too much. Way too much. Sorry for my English. I need to recover a little bit. They go inside the pit lane too faster, and so they had 30-second stop and go penalty. But as we see, the situation is evolving with the pit stop with Robert Sini inside the pit lane right now. Also, Patrick van der Len and Marco Klein that already did the pit stop. Pedrix, he didn't do the pit stop, but Patrick van der Len now is the first driver inside the range, but maybe we will retake at least the third place. I don't know, we will see, but he's doing a pretty good job. Also, we're going to, not to Peña, but maybe we will go to see a lap inside Wester, because the situation now is pretty clear and pretty calm right now. So we go inside the Ferrari of Class Wester to see a lap around this incredible track, and hopefully we will see an incredible battle into the 25 minutes of a race. Also, before I go, Robert Sini drive-through penalty after his pit stop. So an incredible tragedy here for the drivers for the pit stop. Oh, Lucas Matisse lost the control ahead of Wester. What an incredible situation that we saw live inside of the cockpit of Wester. Whoa, what happened to Lucas Matisse? As we see, he had a lot of trouble to control the car on this wet situation, and as we see, now it was at a limit. Maybe he will enter the pit to change the tire. I think it's the best choice that he can do right now. I know it's not the best for him because of the 25-second penalty, but I think it's the best situation right now. Ooh, what a control there by Lucas Matisse. He's doing more drifting and power sliding than a race. But what a difficult situation for Lucas. Also right now the tires are pretty hot, I think, because he slide a lot, so it's not very easy to control the car. Now, I don't know, we will see where we can go. Maybe inside a lap inside the Santiago Peña to see the struggle to stay behind Aaron Ag, because as we see the situation is pretty difficult because there's a lot of water on the track, and as we see is very difficult to see where he can go. Now he's a little bit behind, so he see more than in other situation. But if he's under 1 second, we will see that is pretty difficult to see for all the water that is caught by RacingLeague tires and spread behind him. It's a pretty difficult situation for Santiago, but want to attack Harald, but need to stay very warned about all the problem that can have. With Rose that DNF, Coimber back the DNF, Chuk the DNF, so a lot of DNF, 7 DNF after this race right now, because we had 25 drivers at the start of the race, and now we are 19th, but one is on the pit, so we are with 18th driver. The situation is pretty difficult for all the drivers around this circuit. With half of the grid that already did the pit stop, and the other half that need to do the pit stop. We will go with Dudok around the track, but outside with his Porsche to see the situation from inside. It is pretty difficult also from inside to see the car in a clear way. We will see. What he can do, and maybe he will arrive to Romao, but Dudok already needs to do the pit stop, and this is important fact to know. Also, see a little bit Petrovic that need to do the pit stop, as we see Jordan Rose DNF'd from the race, and as we see Petrovic, Peña into the pit. I think this is a great move. We will see if Peña had problem on the line of the pit lane after he exit. If he had a drive-through or a stopping go penalty, he entered too fast. But we will see what can happen. Also going into Patrick Van der Laan, fastest and the more ahead driver that already did the pit. We will see if he can pass Peña here. We will see. Now going into the formers, into the main straight, and this side is ahead of Peña. So Van der Laan is in a pretty good situation for him. Yeah, Patrick Van der Laan is ahead of Peña, with Mark Klein that also is ahead of Peña. We will see when the standings will update, but is ahead, as we see in the lower right part of the green. And yes, now the standings is also updated, and I don't know. This is a pretty good race. We lost a lot of driver. We not have a lot of battle right now, but is a pretty. I say pretty too much, but is a good situation and a good race, at least for me, and I think also for the spectators. Disconnect Utman, okay, and GP2 engine, said by Ada. Okay, okay. I'm very, 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 not sorry. I'm very, 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 very sad for Utman disconnection because you were ahead of a lot of driver and you were second. So it's a pretty sad moment for you and for your championship, but is that can happen and it's a shame. But when this happened. But the only problem, the only thing to blame normally is the provider of the internet connection. Sorry, I have problem with somewhere sometimes, and that can happen with Peña with a crash. Peña with a crash. What happened to him? I want to see what happened to him. Okay, last curve. It's okay. Ooh! Strange crash here. A very strange crash here. It was a very strange crash by Peña, but we are going to see a lap inside the Lamborghini car of Ulster. That start the lap with an incredible trip outside into the gravel, but this is the good part of racing. So a lap inside Jasper Ulster car Lamborghini. Yeah, I think Jasper likes gravel a lot. As we see, go a little bit into the gravel. Now Peña pass him and he let him pass because he's behind him by one lap right now, but it's faster as for lap time. But Ulster going into the pit. Attention Ulster, attention Jasper. Everything good, but not for Alderman. Want to see what happened to Alderman. Want to see what happened to him. He crashed a little bit, but I think it's okay. It's okay, not that much, but it's okay. With Ulster that is only behind Patrick Van der Laan, but ahead of Marco Klein, so even with the trip outside of the track, it's not that bad situation for Jasper. With Peña, ooh, what happened to Peña? Also, something happened to Dudok. I want to see what happened to Dudok also after we see what happened to Peña. happen to Santiago? Lost barrier of a car. Lost barrier of a car. And also want to see what happened to Dudok. We'll see if we see what happened. Also a loss of control of rear for Dudok. And Dudok decide to enter the pit, which is no choice. And now we go inside Aralag. I will say outside Aralag. We are going to see the race of Aralag. With Agnes now is where Petrovic that goes a little bit there, but there's Richard Jeb inside the pit with Wester that goes for another lap. Lucas that also I think he will go for another lap. Also Harald, and we will see if Davide Russo go inside the pit or will go for another lap. Richard Chap has it in 4th place. Davide Russo going for another lap, but is behind Richard Chap. I think now is the moment, the perfect moment to take a lap inside Davide Russo for this Mercedes, with his Mercedes. But no, because the Petrovics and Tuta the Pats Petrovics want to see what happened for the overtake. Petrovics that goes outside there. Lots the control of the car, goes outside. Also Jasper Olster. No! Marco Clay save the day. What a save by Marco Clay there. With Jasper that lost the controller going to the wall, but want to see what onto the inside. What a save by Marco! What a save by Marco there. With that. Okay, no, Marco is in. Marco is in. The camera for a moment had a little bit of problem. But want to go right now inside of a lap of Davide Russo, but we see the last curve. I don't know if we will go inside the pit lane right now. If we go inside the pit lane, we will wait. If we go for another lap, we'll stay inside him with Jasper Olster that now is mandatory to go into the pit to repair the car because it was too damaged. Okay, Davide Russo, go for another lap, so we go inside him. And I see a thing that is a very slap. This is a slap on the face of Wester. Wester without penalty, without a difficult situation with the penalty and others. Enter the pit too fast, and now at the 30-second stop and go penalty, he will not finish in top 3, and maybe it's the moment of Harald Ag or Patrick van der Laan to pass these drivers with Richard Jepp, that will probably take the first place after 60 minutes, but now only 5 minutes remaining of the race with a flooded track, with the English driver, the British driver, that is dominating the scene. Okay, Lucas! Okay, no. Yellow flag, but because he entered the pit. Also, Harald Ag entered the pit. Great choice, I think. This is a great choice with Albert continue, with Wester continue. He will take probably the 30-second penalty. I don't know if he will take the 30-second penalty, but we'll see. Also, Davide Russo into the pit. And Patrick van der Laan that will pass right now with Harald that pass Lucas. That is behind. It is behind Patrick van der Laan. But is very close to Patrick van der Laan. So the top 3 will probably be Jepp, Ag, and one of van der Laan and Lucas Mathiesen. When only 3 minutes and 50 seconds remain, the situation is unclear. But maybe Wester, for the gap that he has, I don't know, I don't know, because for the gap that he has, maybe Wester, he can stay ahead of van der Laan and Mathiesen. Is unclear right now the situation. We will see after the checker flag with Pell over Bike with a crash in the worst place ever. And Patrick van der Laan had probably a very bad situation and a very bad choice to do that there. Peterix that decide to not did the pit right now, but I think he will go right now. Yeah. Good choice, but Wester also need to go into the pit. He will probably lose the place to Ag, surely. Now we see to van der Laan and Mathiesen, and I think he will probably lose the place also by the 2 of them. Yeah, and yes, yeah. Now he's in 5th place with Patrick van der Laan 3rd. Maybe also Davide Russo is ahead of him. He's exiting right now with Davide onto the last curve. No, he's a 5th. Wester 5th. Great race with another stop and go penalty. Class Wester with another stop and go penalty. Class Wester with problem with the stop and go penalty. Perwix exiting in a good way. We reach our Jepp now into the last curve, but will be another lap for him. But we will stay with Lucas because Lucas can pass Patrick van der Laan for the third place. Leader is on final lap because he's Jappy on the final lap with Martisian in difficult right here against Patrick van der Laan. It's not that easy. And he will probably stay behind him. And now we go to Richard Japp for the last lap of the race. And what we can say for Richard? Only a standing ovation for him. A great race. For all the time, stays ahead with ease. And he closed with an amazing drive. So it was a very good job. Great job here. Very good job. Last curve for Richard Japp to close his 60-minute race and the 8th round of GT3 Season 4 Championship. And congratulations to Richard for this incredible victory.
The leader has finished the race.
With David Tuta with another top 10 finish. His tactics do not do the qualifying always pace, and this is incredible. With Arl Ag, second place! What a race by the Austrian driver! And I think this is one of the first races that we have 3 different drivers with 3 different countries, 3 different nationalities. I don't know if it's true, but I think it is with Lucas closing in 3rd place. So you will have a 0-second penalty. So you will have 25-second penalty into the next race with Richard Japp, that we have a 30-second penalty with Davide Russo. That will close the race into 6th place, but Wester will be behind him, also Klein and also Orleman. So I think Wester will be 8th at least. And Orleman is not the last. Also great race by Orleman with a great recover. Fabio Romao closing in 13th place, not bad. He's waiting. I think he's waiting for Elko. Romao, no, Romao finished the fuel. I don't know. I don't know, because I think Romao finished the fuel. I think yes, Romao finished the fuel. Yeah, it's confirmed. Romao finished the fuel before the last lap. Very unlucky by Fabio Romao. But will close in 15th place because it doesn't close the lap. So pretty good same race with Richard Japp taking the 1st place. And Arag 2nd and 3rd, Patrick van der Laan. So, this is the 8th round of the championship. Good night to everybody. We will see each other into the next round of Racing League Season 3 Season 4 for GT3 in Brands Hatch. The race will not be live because I'm at Monte Carlo / Monaco for the historic Grand Prix, so we will have the commentary, but after the race, and we will have a good time again for this incredible GT3 series. So, good night to everybody, we will see each other into the next race. Bye bye!